The man picked up a sniper rifle. He aimed at the fund manager who had deceived him and ruined his family. A gunshot rang out, and the man fell. He then turned his gun toward a Wall Street building, aiming at the financial elites inside, seeking to avenge the ordinary people who had been scammed. He then took out 2 grenades, put the rifle in a bag, poured gasoline on it, and set it on fire. He calmly walked across the street, put on a white mask, and headed straight into the building. Jim entered the investment bank that had defrauded him. Jim walked in with a gun aimed at one of the managers and prepared to shoot. But then he saw a photo on the man's desk. He hesitated. The photo reminded him of his wife, and he decided to spare that man. The others, however, were not so lucky. Jim then stormed into the office, shooting wildly, but there were too many scammers, so he threw a grenade directly into the crowd. Just then, a large group of armed SWAT officers arrived and rushed to Jim's floor. At the same time, Jim walked into his boss's office and stood face to face with the man who had ruined his life. He took off his mask. Even with a gun pointed at him, the boss remained calm. Instead, he mocked Jim. Jim looked at the security camera and proposed a game. He put the gun on the table and began to count down from 3. The first person to grab the gun would survive. But the boss didn't wait for Jim to finish counting. He grabbed the gun with a smug look on his face and pulled the trigger. But nothing happened. The gun was empty. Just then, the SWAT team burst in. Before the boss could react, the officers, thinking he was the attacker, shot him on the spot. Jim quickly lay down on the floor, motionless. They thought he was a hostage and pulled him to safety.